Hello friends, welcome back to Isolation Libations. It's week 4, episode 16. I'm back, the drinks are back, the wind is back. But hey, I don't think the gunshots are back, so that's good. All right, so once again, these are cocktails that we're going to pair with Brian Chartrand's Happy Half Hour on Facebook.com/Brian Chartrand Music. That's a change from before. Now it's Brian Chartrand Music. Before it was just Brian Chartrand, now it's Brian Chartrand Music. That's his music page. So check that out every weeknight at 5 o'clock West Coast time, or watch it anytime you want on either of his Facebook pages, I believe. So today we just want to kick off Monday on the right foot. Something light, bubbly, refreshing, easy to drink. And this is going out to one of my fantastic former regulars at Lucky Belly and Livestock Tavern. Her name is Syndi, also known as Syndi from Syndi and Lars. A wonderful couple who would come in, hang out at my bar. I always would make a drink kind of like this for Syndi. Lars is more a Vauqueré, whiskey forward guy. I've got his drink coming up tomorrow, so that'll be part 2. But let's talk about regular guests. I feel confident that I can speak for all bartenders out there when we're saying we miss our guests. This is fun to still do the creation side, especially to get a request from a regular. That's awesome, but we're lacking that interaction, and regular guests were those are the best guests because they've always got your back. They must like your drinks because they keep coming back. And then if it's a busy night and you're slammed and you see them walk in, they're cool. They're not going to get stressed out. They know I'll get to them and give you that little window of grace, a little grace period. So they're the best. So Syndi and Lars, miss you guys. You're awesome. I can't wait till you can come sit at my bar again, wherever that may be. So like I said, Syndi likes something a little bit more refreshing. No tequila for her. We certainly have to remember that. So this is going to be using some strawberries, using the kefir lime that I used for our non-alcoholic drink last week. Some fresh squeezed lime juice, simple syrup, very simple. Some Pierre Ferrand dry curacao, any orange liqueur you can use if you have on hand, Cointreau, Grand Marnier, Triple Sec, if that's what you got. Blue curacao if you want to make it come out kind of purple. And then Dolan dry vermouth. This is gonna lighten the load a little bit, make it not too sweet because you got simple syrup, the dry curacao, and then Coqui Americano, which is an aromatized, fortified, wine-based aperitif. And that's a lot of words, basically to say it's similar to like a vermouth, but a little bit more flavor, a little bit more sugar. This also has a nice bitter, like a quinine kind of note to it. So that will bitter up the cocktail a little bit. And then vodka. Yes, vodka. I believe in vodka. This is Wheatley vodka, made by a fantastic whiskey distiller, Harlan Wheatley from Buffalo Trace. So even though I'm doing vodka, I'm still got a little tide of whiskey because I love it. All right. Oh, and then we're going to top it off with seltzer water. You have soda water, club soda. Anything like that is going to work. You could probably try it with tonic if you want a little bit more bitterness. Try it with ginger beer if you want a little bit more spice, a little bit more sweetness even. But I'm going to stick with the seltzer because we do have a lot of flavors going on in here. So this is the glass I'm going to be using. It is, gosh, that's probably like almost a 16-ounce glass. So the proportions on this drink are a little bit bumped up because we're trying to fill up the volume of this. This is a good glass for outside because it's plastic. Well, a few times I use plastic, but for this case. So I've got just some kind of cracked ice. Just regular ice from the freezer, nothing fancy. We just wrapped it up in a towel and kind of lightly bashed it. Not making the full crushed ice, just kind of breaking it up a little bit. Kind of fills the volume of the glass a little better. Sometimes if your cubes are too big, you're gonna leave too much empty space in there. Ready? Oh, yeah, got it. All right, that's the ice for that. It's Monday. Now strawberries, about 2. I just cut them in half, but I think 2 strawberries, depending on your size. You got some giant GMO strawberries, you can probably just use 1. Yeah, but I'm using 2. And then for your kaffir lime leaf, I'm using 2. 1 big, 1 small. Doesn't have to be 1 big, 1 small. That's just what I grabbed. Okay, and then you're gonna do your simple syrup. So again, when you're muddling herbs, fruit, I always like to have a little liquid in there. Kind of helps capture some of the oils from the herbs especially, and also makes it a little easier to muddle. Just a little liquid in there to mix things up. So simple syrup, we're going to go 1/2 ounce. You don't need to do too much of the simple syrup because you do get the sweet from the orange curacao and some from the Koki Americano as well. All right, so get your muddler and you got it, muddle. Strawberries are easy because they mash up pretty quick. A lot of other drinks I've done, I would be fine straining this, but this one I'm not, just a single strain. Reason being, I don't mind a little bit of strawberry chunks in this one. It's just preference. You could definitely fine strain it if you wanted, but I think little pieces of fruit in this one is okay. All right, so now let's add the remaining ingredients. So the fresh squeezed lime juice, 1 ounce. And it really should go without saying, I'm sure you already do this, only fresh juices, no Rose's lime juice. Get that thing out of there. Don't even touch it. It's silly. And don't ever buy simple syrup at the store either, please. Buy sugar. You have water at home, I assume, I hope. All right, pure Ferran dry curacao, nice orange liqueur. Going to go 1/4 ounce. I'm thinking I put 1/2 ounce on the recipe. So I'm gonna do 1/2 ounce. It's okay, I'll drink it, I'll suffer, whether it's a 1/4 ounce too orangey. Now the Dolan dry vermouth. This is like the stalwart. This thing has been in every cocktail almost. I love it. And you can drink it by itself on the rocks, a little twist of lemon. But for this cocktail, 1 ounce. 1 ounce. Now the Koki Americano. If you've never had this, you should try it. It's very nice. If you've had Lillet Blanc, that is very similar as well. If you're making a Vesper, the original James Bond martini, you're gonna need this or Lillet. I like it with the Koki. And the Koki, we're going 1 ounce as well. If I'm ever off from what the recipe I wrote down, and then I'm using a different amount, feel free to call me out on that. I'm only human. The Wheatley vodka, 1.5 ounce. And that's it for that. You don't want to add your seltzer, obviously, because it will make your tin explode when you shake it. Unless that's what you're going for. All right. Make sure that's on there nice and tight. You want to shake this pretty well to get the strawberries really mixed in. And now we're gonna add the seltzer into the tin. Like I said, you can kind of go about half the amount, so maybe about 2 ounces, unless you're very confident in your eyeball abilities. I'm gonna see how I do there. And again, just a single strain will be fine for this. Because if you get little strawberry chunks in there, that's okay. Woo! Let's see, what do we lose? Oh. See, I did that on purpose. Yep, that's good. You can see I judged poorly, but it worked out because I got a little bonus drink. Now, for garnish, I am by no means a fancy garnish type person, but there's a lot you can do with just some simple stuff. Take a strawberry, take some of your kaffir lime leaves, make a little slit on top of the strawberry, You know, I don't know why we cut off the green part of the strawberry just to put more green stuff on top, but we did. Me. And then a little slit on the bottom, goes in there. And there is your Syndi Special. So cheers to Syndi and Lars. Cheers to having a table where everything can fall through. Cheers to all the regulars out there. We love you guys. Thank you for supporting us bartenders. Even if we're not always perfect, I will see you tomorrow. Cheers, everybody.